Hey guys, let me get everything straight. No, I'm not on a red couch today. I'm tired. I'm just trying to get everything perfect so that I can record tonight. So I'm gonna do 5 minutes on a red couch. Lessons that I learned from my exes in order to make me a better person and to get me, child, in order to get me into a better space in life so that I can have relationships with other people. So I'm going to talk about the lessons that I learned, and most of them were basically like I had to reflect on my mistakes in my past relationships in order to grow. Usually, I don't do that. I learned that's like a big people's lesson that I had to learn about that was in order to be better, I had to do better. And doing better also meant, you know, just getting in a healthier headspace. So I'm setting up now. Y'all are here, but I'm setting up so I can get ready to record while I do this. Remember, you guys get the whole back. Y'all get the back part of it, so y'all get to see the behind the scenes part. You know, okay, there it goes. Anyway, so I'm just checking to make sure that it works for y'all. But y'all get the behind the scenes that nobody else gets. And like I said, I'm not on the red couch because your girl is tired. I'm on spring break and I celebrated my one of my good sister friends' birthdays. And so here I am. Gary, test my mic, make sure that works. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic, make sure that works. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. All right, so hit this record. And welcome to 5 Minutes on a Red Couch. Guys, I am Janae, the host of Confessions from Red Couch podcast. And I do 5 minutes on a red couch, usually every Monday, just to, just to sit down and have a big auntie, sister friend talk. I came about this because there's a lot of stuff that I want to get to on the whole podcast, but I'm not able to. So I started this, just as another segment so y'all can get the bestie big auntie conversation. And today we're going to be talking about lessons that I learned from my ex. And the reason why I decided to do this week is because I had an ex from like 5 years ago pop up in my inbox the other day, and they were very rude and disrespectful. They told me I was trash and that they didn't know how I was married and how they really hoped I was working on myself. Well, here we are working on myself, sir. I worked on myself so much that I forgot that you even existed because that's what happens. But thank you for. I appreciate the fact that he asked me that question because it gave me a way to self reflect, and I'm going to self reflect on the lessons that I learned from all of my other exes. So here we go. Starting off, the first thing that I learned is people can make mistakes without the intent to hurt you. Sometimes people you have to understand when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're still learning each other. And we don't always know what hurts them or what hurts you. Everybody has different upbringing. So what's not a big deal to them may be a big deal to you. And so it hurts your feelings, but know that it's not usually on purpose. Once they get to learn you and know you, if they continue to do something that hurts you, then that's on purpose. But outside of that, it's, most people in relationships, they make mistakes not because they're trying to, but because, they just don't know. It's not to hurt you. It's just something that they're probably used to doing. The second thing is this, and this is a big one, and I'm still learning this also in my marriage, that living your own life makes your relationship stronger. So I can't, even though we're married and we do a lot of things together, I can't base my whole existence on him. Because before him, I had friends. After him, I will have friends. And so I still have to do things that I like. No, he doesn't like to, watch reality TV shows with me. He tolerates it. That's great. But the things that I talk talk out with my best girlfriends are not things that, I'm not saying I'm not open and honest with my husband, but I honor him in knowing that he doesn't always like to talk like that. You get what I'm saying? And so I have to learn how to have friends. That was one thing I did learn from an ex relationship, is that I have to continue to foster my relationships outside of my marriage as well. Not to say that they come first, but to know that they are just as important too, because they are part of your circle, and just having your own life. It's good to have that. It's good to do different things so that you can share it with your significant other. So don't forget about that. Another thing is, life is about growing together, however long that might be, and however long it may last. So at some point in my past relationships, I started to realize that it's not bad that I'm seeing these things go not go all the way out, right? And I could say this because I am a serial monogamist, and I am loyal to a fault. So at some points, like where I thought I'm gonna marry this person and we're gonna be together forever. No, that was not the case. I was growing and learning from that relationship, but that relationship was not a forever relationship. It was like a means to where I needed to get to in life so I could get better. But no, it was not. Definitely not the whole thing. It was not the end all to be all. And that's okay. I mean, even, if I was to spend forever with some of those people, it probably wouldn't have been forever. Probably would have been divorced. And yeah, out there in these streets. But anyways, another thing that I learned from my past relationship is this. I had to notice and learn the signs of abuse from myself or from that person. And this comes, I want to add to this. So, knowing the difference between having a disagreement and being disrespectful. So, verbal abuse is real, and mental abuse is real. So, not all abuse is something that happens physically. And I've been a victim of both. And I've been a perpetrator of both, like mental and physical abuse. So you have to know boundaries. You have to know when enough's enough, and you have to be able to identify those traits in yourself and in your relationship from the other person, so that you know that something is toxic and you can leave. Right? Abuse is not okay. Doesn't matter what kind it is, and it doesn't matter if it's you or somebody else, whoever's inflicting it. It is not okay, and that's something that I really learned from my relationships. Another thing is this: if we support each other, I have to avoid being selfish, right? So just because I support them doesn't mean that, first of all, it doesn't mean that I'm their only supporter. Second of all, it doesn't mean that they owe anything to me, right? And that's the way I feel about that. So if we're supporting each other, if we're making sure each other grows, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna like say, how can I put this? If we're supporting each other and we're growing, and we want to make sure each person grows, I'm not gonna back away and pull my support away because I see that other people are supporting. That's just trash and garbage, right? Another thing I won't do is just be selfish. Like, see that they're making money and stop doing the things that I did in the past. That's not fair. That's not support. That's being selfish. So don't be selfish. Get out of that. And the last thing, sometimes exes are just that, exes. That's it. If y'all have heard me several times when I first started out, I tell y'all this all the time. When I break up with somebody in the past, when I used to break up with people, like I would forget that they were ever born. They never existed after that. And that really wasn't a healthy way to live life through breakups, like relationship breakups, because honestly, self reflection is needed after a breakup. Also, it helps you grow, right? And you get to see where you were at fault in the relationship and where the other person was at fault in the relationship. And sometimes that's the closure that you need. Just a self reflection is the closure that you need. You don't always need to meet up with that person. And most of the time, it's dangerous to meet up with that person because sometimes you get that whole, I want that old thing back. And it don't need to be back, sis. If he asked for a reason, leave him there in the garbage. Never born. No, don't do that. But no, reflect over your exes and what happened in those relationships so that you can grow and you know what you want out of your next relationship. And also, you know how to act a little bit better in your next relationship. So I hope these have helped you. And the people on Patreon, hello. Shout out to my patrons, Lorinda and Erlene. I appreciate y'all being patrons. And I hope you guys are watching this streaming live. For everyone else, if you become a patron of the show, you can start at $2 and you'll be able to see the live stream. And you get the uncut version because I know I'm about to cut this. It's like 10 minutes long. But anyway, so thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoy 5 minutes on the red couch. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm going to talk about the my worst ex tales. Yeah, the top five worst exes in my whole entire life. I'm going to talk about that. And most of the time, it wasn't bad because they were horrible people. It's just I wouldn't anything. I was toxic, so that's pretty much what kind of went into those. But guys, take care. Have a great rest of your week, and make sure you tune in on Wednesday for Confessions from Red Couch podcast. All right, kids. I hope you enjoyed the live stream of the show. I can't wait to share this with others. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you bring other people on so that they can see this as well. Remember, you could join in for as little as $2 a month. $2 a month is like, that's not a big thing. So make sure you join in, follow me, and I love y'all. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm going to live stream on Wednesday as well. But take care. Bye.